remix.
Bachelor Nation, will you accept this rose? We love you. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. Podcast. It's a podcast. Podcast. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. A podcast. It's a podcast. Featuring Andy, Sarah, and Glenn. Bachelor Pod, it's the Bachelor Pod, it's a podcast about the Bachelor.
Will you accept this podcast?
Hello.
It's me,
Kevin. Hello. Let's try and do that, okay? Welcome to Bachelor Pod, but let's try and do that again as Kevin. Hello. It's hard to keep the breath up. How does he do it?
because you have a lot of breath in your lungs. When you're a firefighter, you just have a lot of breath in there.
When you're a firefighter, my voice used to be way higher 10 years ago, and then I became a firefighter, and the smoke did this.
Guys, we're back.
Hi! Sorry we had a week off.
Sorry we had a week off. We had a lot of stuff going on that week.
But something really exciting happened while we were gone.
Something really fun. Glenn had his baby. Glenn and Liv had their baby.
They had their baby, a little lady named Sloan.
And I think they gave her the middle name of me.
Yeah.
Because of Glenn so happy I took over for him this summer.
I think that's why. I think you did. Sloan Margaret Macaulay.
I mean, are Megan and Glenn that close? No.
But he
No.
loves me.
But he
We
loves
know.
me.
Any listener knows that.
I was close to it being it was an S name. I was hoping it would be Sarah. I was like, ooh, you know, you have that
Sarah
little
Maggie,
dream.
that would be good.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we all we had a bit of a name pool going and no one nailed it. So Sloan, but Sloan's the winner. Sloan is here. Not here
on Earth,
literally, but here in the city of Toronto. But guys, we have so much to cover. Mm-hmm. So much. We had that off week and we missed quickly run down what happened. Eric was garbage.
Breaking up with her basically because we're pretty sure she wouldn't have sex with him on that night that they had.
Yeah.
Because he's saying she wouldn't open up.
Oh, she wasn't into me.
He wasn't into me.
Bullshit.
You just want to have sex with her. You're a creep. I hate Eric.
And Shu is a witch.
Shu is a witch.
Colton and Tia broke
Colton
up.
and Tia are gone. Peace. Okay, great.
Okay, now we're on to episode 11.
Right.
Episode 11.
This week
started with Jenna and Jordan going on a modeling date.
Oh.
And
you know,
a wedding dress.
Guys, you know, everything is tainted now.
Yeah,
everything
we
can
the
talk
gossip
about.
first?
Yes, I kind of think we should.
It has been. I don't think we can't because it's honestly been in the past 24 hours, 30 hours. Everything's gone haywire.
It's gone nuts.
And it's in Bachelor Nation. There's just too much going on, and I don't even know if we'll be able to cover it all.
If you haven't heard yet, there are some big things that went on. First,
I'll say the nice news. Nice news.
Becca Martinez
is pregnant with I think her boyfriend's name is Gray. They were together for 3 months. She got pregnant. They've been together for 7 months. She is 23 years old, but more power to her. She seems super happy.
Great. Good
and
for her.
as Maggie and I discussed, now they all sell stuff on their Instagram.
Now she can sell baby stuff.
She can sell baby stuff
great.
up the wall.
She's got a
young mom.
new career. She's so pretty. Ooh.
She's so pretty. And she's even saying, like, I don't know if we'll get married. I don't know if we'll stay together, but I think he's going to be a great dad. And because, I mean, she's quite young, quite a new relationship, but she said the one thing in her life that she always knew she wanted was to be a mother.
Yes.
So,
well, there you go.
More power to you, and
that's some very nice
news.
Name
it Sarah.
There's some disappointing news in that Amanda Stanton was arrested for spousal abuse.
Yeah.
That's
shocking. She's
shocking.
I don't doubt that it happened and she did it, but she is one of the tiniest people I've ever seen. What did she do?
You know what? I don't know. It would be pure speculation to say she took a crowbar and hit her boyfriend with it.
That's huge, Andy. That's
100%
pure speculation.
It would be definite
and more
speculation
that she got a big car and chased him around.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would
absolutely
be pure speculation that she poured hot tar and then ripped up an old pillow and threw the feathers on top.
Yeah, that's
in
pure
a town
speculation.
square.
Yeah, exactly.
Pure speculation that she pretended to be someone else with a knife, and then she surprised him.
Wow. Okay.
Pure
Wow.
speculation.
That's pure speculation. Pure speculation that she put on one of those giant sumo outfits, the big like blow up ones, and ran at him full speed and pushed him off a cliff.
So
Pure speculation that she poisoned some apples and dressed like a kindly old lady and made him eat one.
Pure
And
speculation.
he fell into a dreamless sleep.
All pure
Forever.
speculation.
All pure speculation.
But no speculation
All
that
pure
we do
speculation.
take spousal abuse
Oh
seriously.
my God! Yes, of course we do.
We
certainly
do. I just want to say
Really
that
do.
we're just.
What have we done?
What have we done?
What have we done?
I do. We really do, and we really
Yeah.
feel for everyone. She
okay.
did put out a statement that she is super embarrassed,
Yeah.
but she didn't apologize to him. She only
Yeah.
apologized to the hotel staff and the police department of Las Vegas. So I want to know what happened with those two situations.
Oh, maybe it was like a Reese Witherspoon. Don't you know who I am?
That's pure speculation.
Oh, that was a really good Amanda impression.
Yeah.
That sounded a lot like her.
You know who I am?
Don't you know who I am? I can't do it. But one thing to note is that Josh Murray said that she was abusive, and everyone laughed at him and ignored him, like physically abusive. He said that about her when they were.
Because he's so verbally abusive
Of
with
course,
Andy
he's brutal.
that we kind of. But maybe that should be something that is looked back on, and he's still a jerk. But I guess there might have been some darker stuff going on than
it looks
what
like
we
there's a bunch of
realized.
stuff going on there. Anyways, but the biggest bombshell, I'd say.
Well, they're all kind of different. They're big, equally big almost, but because they're just so different. All these bombshells.
Is there 4 things or 3 things?
I think it's just 3, unless
Yeah,
you know
just
something.
no. I was gonna say it's just the 3.
No, it's just a 3.
So
and
this is
the
a
one
massive
we'll-
bombshell.
This
This
is
is
a
huge.
massive bombshell.
So, via reality Steve,
Also, can I say there was one publication that talked about this and called him Real Steven? I think they might have been from another country, but they're like from a story from a
my
guy
God.
named
Steven.
Real Steven.
Oh my God, let's only refer to him. From
Yeah,
now on
so
as
Real Steven
Real
had
Steven.
this.
Okay.
wow, Real Steven is the only thing we'll ever call this guy ever again now. Real Steven had this on his website. It was apparently some text sent to someone who I guess has been seeing Jenna, and I mean, I like it's really brutal. If it's real, this is the thing. There's some
So
speculation.
explain the text.
Okay, this text is basically from Jenna saying that, like, hey, I'm sorry, I know this week has been hard, like, seeing all this stuff on the show, but I don't even like Jordan, like, let alone am I in love with him.
I'm
like,
better than
I'm
him.
better than him. Like, I'm only doing this for my business. You know I need the money, all this. So, really, really brutal stuff if this is actually her
Yeah,
saying
she's basically saying she's doing it all for her business, but her heart's with this guy. But she also mentions all the other guys she's also
Yeah,
been
she
with
keeps
during
talking
this
about
time.
other guys
So
she's
I don't
been
know
dating,
if this
yeah.
has been like a
I gotta
prolonged
look up
thing.
Real Steve.
Real Steven.
Real Steven.
But it's also spelled different. It's PH. Very funny. So yeah, but what's fascinating? So she's saying it was all for her, for her business and everything, and everyone's saying that Jordan wasn't, like people on Paradise saying that he was very in love with her. But if you notice the things he has posted about it, so he posted something on his Instagram and he did an interview about it. And in the interview, he was basically saying, like, it just seemed, the way he worded it, that maybe this was like a deal they made with each other, and he just thinks she's been treating him now disrespectfully. If you look into it, because on his Instagram post is so weird. The way he's worded everything is so weird. But he said something about an arrangement and everything on it. I don't have my phone, but.
Anyway, so yeah, there's a string of texts. One of them people kind of speculate looks like it's been like cut and pasted, but and I didn't read the whole thing.
She denies everything.
Yeah, she denies
She
the
said
whole
there she's
thing.
gonna get a lawyer.
But here's the thing.
I think they had an arrangement. This is what I think happened. I don't think it was necessarily real. I think they were, because don't forget the Jordan we saw on The Bachelorette. He wanted to be on TV. He wants to be famous. He wants this to work out for him. He wants to get a bunch of followers on Instagram, all that stuff. So I wouldn't doubt if they were like, let's just have fun here and see how far we can go with this. But then she said that she was better than him in that text, and I think that got to him. Because basically in his Instagram, he's like, no matter what relationship you have with someone, you shouldn't treat them this way. You should find it on your phone, and you find his post.
Oh.
Well, okay. So, anyways, it's possible that this is faked. It seems like there's a lot of stuff here. Like, so I think there's got to be some truth to it. Also, like, if you read the full Reality Steve article, like, there's a lot more than just I got these pictures from this random person. Like, there's a lot more to it than that, right? So, anyways, but moving on from that, Real Steven, it didn't look like once you know this and you watch that episode last night, man, it looked pretty obvious.
He tried to kiss her, and she looked like cringeworthy.
Yeah, and then you look over at Chris and Crystal, and they were just like into each other, smooching all the time. Guy was crying because he was so happy.
He's so happy.
And Jordan was so happy, and then.
I think Jordan's a really good actor, though. I don't think there was this deep connection.
You think he's a really good actor? I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I don't think there was a deep connection, but I don't think he wanted it to end like this.
I think he was into her, man. I really do. Anyways.
Get his Instagram up. Whatever. I gotta read this.
Oh yeah, there was a thing from Jordan today. I got it. I saw it on the subreddit here.
Okay,
so,
great.
But anyways, knowing all this, I'll bring up this Instagram thing where you guys chat about this date that happened, the model date.
Yeah, knowing that,
to say?
Like, she basically, every time they took a different step in their relationship, it's that one right there. Here we go. I'm going to read this out. So he said...
It's right here.
Oh.
Okay, well, I have it right here. To think, to feel, to fall, these... Okay.
Yeah, you see your
To
face.
think, to feel, to fall, these emotions interact with experience and people. It's also nonsense. When you find a person, you think about them. You feel when they feel, and sometimes you fall. When you're in love with even the experiences you've had with them, it's something to respect. So he's saying even like the time they spent.
This so
oh,
much.
it's so bad. This is his thing he posted on
That's
Instagram.
America answer.
Being careless with someone that you give your heart to and reach milestones with isn't sensible. No matter what the terms may be. Who would say no matter what the terms may be?
I'll tell you what, I don't think Jordan would say it
Yeah.
if he actually meant it.
Yes.
He's one of the worst speakers I've ever seen in my entire life.
So terms, though. So they had terms with their relationship, I feel like. Like, this is a deal. This is how we do this. I have not had an easy life, and having struggles allows me to grab onto tough times and discard them from my path. I deal with unreasonable circumstances reasonably.
What's this voice
and
you're
have
doing?
come to this is his brain and have come to terms with a decision to remove myself from the relationship. It breaks my heart to think, feel, and fall for this. It's dropped me. Fumbling emotions and being understanding is not easy. I'll be taking time to pursue my inner peace, and she will always have me to talk to. If you've reached out to me, allow me time. Thank you to those that have. What?
What a bunch of nonsense. What a craziness.
He's gone mad.
He's gone mad.
True hooey.
Yes.
I mean, he's terrible at talking, though.
Yeah, but the thing for me was whatever the terms may be. So I feel like they had some kind of agreement. And it was also something he's mentioned in an article, like the way she worded it, that he was upset with, not necessarily what had happened. I don't think that their relationship was real. I think it was fake for the cameras. That is my conspiracy theory for this.
Well, I think you're not alone in thinking that. I think there's definitely a lot of people out here in Bachelor Nation thinking the same thing. Most are feeling pretty hostile towards Jenna and pretty protective of Jordan, despite Jordan is shit. I gotta say it. We
people
gotta
love him, but I don't.
Did you see how he acted on the show? Anyways.
Yeah, it isn't great, and
He doesn't deserve this. Don't get me wrong.
He doesn't deserve this.
If this is legit and at face value is what it looks like, he certainly doesn't deserve to be treated like this and be like, oh God, so brutal when he was really falling for someone. That's brutal, and I don't want him to.
And what a dumb move on her part to text someone this if it is true, because that's such an easy evidence for anyone to bring against you. So you have to be super. Because the thing is I think a lot of this kind of stuff with this franchise happens all the time. I think people fake it. I think people throw people under the bus. People look at what Robbie did to Amanda.
She even said that I will say something bad about him if it makes you feel better to the person she was texting.
Yeah.
I'll make some stuff up about him if that makes you feel better. I remember she
said make some a story
about Jordan. Yeah.
Whoa.
I think I do think all of this. I actually think it's real after everything I've seen about it.
I gotta look it up.
Jordan was talking about how she was so nervous before
Yes,
they did
that
the
was
show.
the key.
And he's like, what are you nervous about? Like, don't be nervous.
No,
Everything's
there was a
fine."
story coming out. Somebody
and she
tweeted,
was like,
there's a story coming out.
someone tweeted that, and she knew exactly what it was. It was that guy, because he was
Yeah.
getting all angry about everything, and like, yeah.
Because the show was filmed
That's why she sent
in
that
August.
text.
Oh.
The show, so they were fine then. He had no idea. She had no idea that this was coming out.
Like this
And
thing we
then-
saw last night?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was filmed
I
at the end of
see.
August. So
Yeah.
it wasn't before the show. It was before the show aired.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, it was like before today. Somebody's like on Twitter the night before. Somebody's like, tomorrow somebody's
Yeah.
gonna get theirs basically.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm nervous about this. What's gonna happen? He's like, don't worry about it. It's gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know that this was happening.
Anyways, so that's what's all a buzz these days right now in Bachelor Nation. But there's a lot of other stuff to talk about. Let's talk about this episode. Let's talk about this.
Okay, then there's a new arrival, and it's Dirt Shit Robbie. And he
Ugh.
asks a witch for a date.
Yeah, and she's real at this point into the witch stuff. She was upset at first, and then she dives in hard to being a witch, burning pictures in the last
Yeah.
episode, as we saw. Yeah. And now she's like, somebody asked, are you a good witch or a bad witch? She's like, I'm a good witch. Now she's a witch,
She's
for,
a witch
sure.
for
She's
sure.
admitted to it.
A champagne explodes. You
Right
guys
there,
are-
and then she just looks away slowly.
Some great editing there. Like, I don't
Yeah.
mind those little edits where it's
No,
like,
and she's agreed to
we're
it
gonna play
now.
up that joke.
Yeah.
We're gonna play up that joke that you're a witch now.
Then
Robbie though, whose decision was Robbie? Like, I think they have
I
these
think-
like troll picks at the end of
Yeah.
Paradise, right?
and
Every
I think
time.
they knew that him and Jordan would be.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was good.
And I bet you they told him, go in there and try and go on a date with Jenna. I guarantee you they told him that.
Yeah.
Because like, remember when they brought the twins in late last
Yeah.
time, and it was just like a shit show. Like, who cares? Like,
Oh
Yeah.
God, those are. I'm so glad they were not on this season.
Well, one's dating a hockey player. One of the Las Vegas Knights.
Well, that makes
Golden
sense.
Knights, but
Golden
yes.
Knights. No, I just call them
Still
the
the
Knights.
Knights.
They're
Yeah,
still the Knights.
sure, yeah, but they're not
You
allowed
can-
because there's already a team called the London Knights in London, Ontario.
Oh.
They actually did want to name themselves that, but they couldn't.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, he comes in, but you know what? He doesn't really shake it up that much. There's like a tiny bit of everyone shitting on him, and then he goes on a date with the witch, and they have a pretty good time.
Yeah, this rehashed the whole Robbie Amanda cheating thing, and
And I couldn't be bothered.
yeah, well, I mean, I just looked it up, and it's like he's just straight up lied to Shoshana now too about it because there's photographic evidence.
You could see it in his face.
It exists on the internet. Like, we've all seen it. Robbie, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You could see it in his face when she asked him. If you take... Listen, people, if you're lying, lie as fast as you can. Because if you take a minute to think about something, we know you're lying.
Sarah's lying corner.
Yeah, hi, welcome to my lying
Right,
corner.
so-
lie fast and furious.
Yeah,
don't
lie- that's
don't
your-
take it slow.
Lying advice.
That's my lying advice. And maybe don't laugh too much while you're lying. Whenever I try and pull a prank, I laugh too hard. Prank doesn't work.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Anytime I ever tried to play hide and go seek, even as a teenager, when people would come anywhere near where I was hiding, like if I was like hidden really well in a room, I'd be like, like I'm too excited.
I'm the same way.
You know what? You know what? I there's probably some people out there going hide and seek, a teenager, but I'm not going to be one of those people because
Great.
we played Manhunt. We called it Manhunt
Yeah.
because it's a cooler name, but
Yeah,
it is just
but
hide and go seek. When we were in high school, for sure, we played it at this Catholic girls' school at night. Like, so there's like a big, huge like area
Holy
to
Name
play
of
it.
Mary?
Holy Name of Mary, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
We're from Mississauga.
I know. My friend,
Moving on.
Moving on. My friend Jenny and I would also play hide and seek in her house, but we would have those guns with the little rubber things that would shoot out of them. So we
Oh.
added the guns once we got
Ooh,
older.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, it was really
Nerf.
fun. But they were like not even the Nerf ones. You know those like really like jelly plasticky ones?
Yes, yeah.
We had a hoot one night, and then we tried to do it again, and it wasn't the same. Second time blues.
Oh, second time blues. Sophomore slump.
Yeah.
All right then, New Zealand Jordan and Cassandra have a slumber party. He's cool, I think. Do you think New Zealand
Yeah,
Jordan?
I didn't
Yeah.
mind him, yeah.
He
He's-
seems sweet. Apparently,
Do you think I could meet him in person?
Yes. I'll do.
He
maybe I
just
can.
left. He
He
came
just
in
left.
for a second and left.
Yes. He said yes, and then he left.
Yeah.
But do you know who is here to talk about?
Oh my God, who?
Benoit is here.
Maybe
Ben
you should come
was here.
for the finale when
Yeah,
he's
Benoit,
actually there.
go hang out with my cat.
I go hang out with Scott.
Yes, our friend
Okay, well, he's
Scott
gone.
is in the living room. So Scott Yamore is in the living room if anyone knows him.
Great. Cool rundown there. These two, I was
boring.
She wanted him to make a move, and then she like basically told him to, so he did.
Awkward.
Like,
I
all
hate
right,
that.
great, very awkward.
Yeah, and then she was like, maybe if we had more time. And he's like, really? I feel like if we had more time, it still would have ended like this.
Yeah, they didn't have a connection, and they were both. You know what? We have realized they need to change the end of this show because, like, not even the latest entries. Just if you're like pretty late.
It's
Nothing
not gonna-
happens.
It's nothing happens.
No.
Nothing
Like,
happens. A couple people
why-
convince themselves they're in love, and then you get 2 or 3 couples, and then yeah.
What do you think should happen?
Andy was saying if people could come back.
I
There
think-
could
Oh,
be
yeah,
some
people could
wild
come back.
cards.
People could
you
come
could
back.
vote people back.
I think you bring Wills back into this like week, you know. I mean, they're only there for what, like
Yeah, maybe Wills and
3
Olivia.
or 4 weeks. But let's get Liv back let's get Liv back on the show. No, let's get Wills back on the show.
Cassandra would have loved Wills.
like
Yeah.
all these people who like
He's
didn't
totally
get a
her
good
type.
shot. Like yeah, Wills absolutely would have loved to see him somewhere.
Yeah,
And who says there's no rules?
yeah.
You make the rules. Your
They
show.
brought people back.
Anyone
before.
who's
They
watched
brought back
Paradise
that
Hotel
meatball
knows
guy.
that there is no rules when it comes to reality TV.
Yes.
You
Andy,
can do
we
whatever you
understand
want.
You liked that show.
Paradise
and
Hotel.
You watched it.
All right.
It's a
next
better version
we-
of this show, I'll tell you.
Next.
Whoa.
This show's good, but that one's better.
This show is incredible.
It
This
is
was
incredible.
the best season yet.
The best season of
Yes.
any Bachelor.
Oh, let's save our
franchise.
reviews till the
Okay,
end, you
all
guys.
right.
Well, you already know mine.
Joe lays it all on the line in a daybed, but then Kendall doesn't know if he's serious or not. And then, huge trouble.
So I see both sides here, but I think I felt for Joe the most because he was like, you kept telling me how people smother you. They're there for 2.5 weeks. You're not going to
Yeah.
tell her how you feel. Like, that's what they and she's like, oh, I'm hearing all of this now and I can't take it kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, do you think this guy is going to be the first one to say how he feels when you've told him you can't really handle that? You've also kissed 2 other dudes, which is paradise. No shame. You got to do you.
And he did stay by her.
But I feel like it doesn't really give him an opportunity to truly say how he feels in the time span that you're there. When you were going on dates, other couples were really connecting just the 2 of them in that time, and those are the couples that kind of stuck around.
Yeah, especially because you only have known each other for 5 days, and
Yeah.
2 of those days you were on
kissing
dates
other
with
people,
other
which is
people.
totally fine, but don't expect him then to have told you everything, and he thinks you're just going to continue. Because also the fantasy suite is...
That's when we can't see them.
That's when you're going to connect the most,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's just basically a solo date. You know,
I mean, it's just what we've been saying about Joe the whole time. He's
a
a
normal-
loser. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
no,
joking. I'm fully
Andy,
kidding.
we don't
I'm
agree
joking.
with that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No.
No, it's what we've been saying about Joe the whole time is that he's the most normal person
Exactly.
there.
Yeah. Exactly.
This
He's
is
real.
a normal reaction to this situation, and this situation is a weird one if you take it out of the context of this TV show. So yeah, you got Joe just being like all the things you just said, and Kendall more wrapped up in it just because she's been on the show. She went really far in her season, so she's all about you gotta lay down your feelings early. You gotta
Yeah.
tell the people right away, and you gotta.
But she's also been telling him, don't do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
so
mixed
what? That's
messages
it's a
there.
contradiction for what the show wants you to do.
It was wild and crazy. And you know what's really wild is that, like, he left so abruptly. And also that happened later with Kevin and Astrid. Like, what is with these people? Have you never been in a breakup before? You have to go back and forth for a long time.
Yeah.
You don't just, like, get on a plane right away.
But that's how it works.
That's how reality
I know,
shows
but
work.
it's
You're
really-
out. Get the
it's
fuck out.
crazy.
Either
like.
Chris Harrison comes in and he's like, all right, everyone, here's what's going to happen here. You guys can go to the fantasy suite or you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And break up. And
Andy
you have to
tweeted,
break up.
You
Fuck
either,
or else.
you
Yeah.
either fuck, get married, or you
Yeah.
leave.
Kill.
It's fuck,
It-
get
it-
married or get the fuck out.
No, it's true. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck,
it
marry,
Kill
kill.
a lot of them. That's
Yeah.
why you didn't see. That's why you didn't see Diggy and a lot of them on the after the
Yeah.
rose because they killed them.
They
Well,
killed them.
No
That's
one wanted to
intense.
They were
fucking
voted
marry
for the
them.
I
kill.
feel like
Diggy
Chris
Moreland,
Harrison should go to
R.I.P.
jail.
R.I.P. Diggy Moreland.
But so this was just like a breakup parade basically.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, no, this was before the rose ceremony. So then they had the rose ceremony, which was stupid. Why even bother at
Well,
this point?
we had that one was to see who would get Olivia's rose, a
And-
trumpet or
yeah.
a sunflower.
Oh, and the sunflower did get it.
Sunflower is Venmo John.
Oh,
Venmo
Venmo
John.
John again. Venmo John can't lose.
I want to know. Somebody do the math out there. Tweet at us, or I guess we could figure it out. How many different people he got a
He
rose
got the
from?
rose from. Yeah, interesting.
Because I feel like he
Never this
and
twice.
gave to. Like I feel like he didn't give his rose to the same person.
Absolutely
And he didn't.
not.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's
he's
a
such
good-
a nice
that's very
guy.
interesting.
Yeah, he's such a nice
look that up.
guy. But he really had a good time in paradise.
Yeah.
He
but
bopped around.
Too bad for Diggy.
Yeah, too bad for Diggy. I really like Diggy.
Then it's time for Chris Harrison to say, get married or get the fuck out. What is this you're showing?
And he has this crazy picture on his... Anyways, yeah, so basically he comes in, tells everyone, go have sex or get married or leave, and Kevin can't handle it.
No, but first Venmo, John, and Olivia walk away.
That's right.
In their bathing suits.
In their bathing suits, hand in hand, walking down the beach away from the cars. So they're just going to go live in the jungle together?
In their bathing suits.
In their bathing
no
suits.
Suitcases.
No water.
No wallets.
Nothing, no wallet.
No phones.
Yeah, imagine if they just kept walking and got lost and they're like, oh, I didn't know when to stop. And then it's Kevin and Astrid. And wow,
Yes.
does he shock her and
Shocks us
all
all.
of us.
And all of North America.
And all of North America. And, you know, it was an interesting one because he wasn't being an asshole. He obviously has such inner demons about this show that it really affected him. And he's talked freely about going to a therapist and all that stuff. So it's nice that he talks about it, but I still felt so bad for Astrid. And I wasn't necessarily mad, but I was like disappointed in a way that they didn't get to have both of them the story that they wanted to out of this, I think.
Yeah, me too. But
we all know that.
Okay, well,
we'll get into it.
Well, now it's time for the finale. That was what happened in the second last episode. And then it's the finale, and it's to see who gets engaged in front of your boy, Pepito.
Yeah, Pepito was there.
Pepito was actually there. He looks a little different these days.
Maybe it's Pepito's brother.
Got a new shirt on.
I think it's him. I do think it's him.
You just think it's him.
I do think it's him.
Got a new shirt.
I know if anyone who doesn't know what Pepito is, it's the table that the rose is on, and sometimes it looks like the roses are the two eyes of the table.
It can only happen when there's two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then when he's there and he's got two eyes, two roses on the table, it's our boy Pepito.
Pepito.
And if you look at our what is it? Maybe our YouTube, I think the icon that we use is that picture of Pepito.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very fun little.
Might be on our Twitter too, like in the.
Oh, it's our
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
Pepito, that's the old Pepito. This Pepito with a new shirt was in this episode.
Follow us on Twitter at The Bachelor Pod.
Did you
you'll see Pepito.
tweet it from last night? I know you took a picture.
Yes, I did. Yeah. We tweeted a little picture explaining Pepito as well.
We see them waking up, blah, blah, blah. They all talk about what could happen, and then we see rapid succession of them standing up. Of course, they're all wearing blue shirts, so nobody knows who asked who from the preview, but we knew.
Okay, but first is Annalise and Camille.
Yes.
No ring.
They got through this very quickly.
Yeah,
I
they
was
really did.
Very surprised how quick this happened.
Yeah, because we wanted to see the chats.
Well, they knew. They knew once that after show had hit, like, there's bigger fish to fry there.
But let's not forget, okay, so Camille says not to engage, but he wants to keep things going. And then a talking head of Annalise saying, maybe in 2 weeks they'll get engaged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we'll get married in 2 weeks. I can wait that long, I believe. Yeah. No, and at this point in the show, I'm like, wow, maybe Camille really does like her, because I always got this vibe. I still like throughout the whole thing, I did get that vibe that he wasn't really that into her. So like, I don't think Shoshana was crazy, a little bit.
She's crazy, but she was right about.
She was right, and a bunch of
also bombshell. She has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So like that was all an act.
Shoshana had a boyfriend the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was all fake.
Real Steven?
Real Steven, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Real
something
Steven.
on this. I think it might have been on the Bachelor subreddit.
I think the subreddit sometimes gets stuff out before Real Steven.
Yeah, they get a lot of stuff from Real Steven, but yeah.
No, out before Real Steven. Like, they get some info before
it was something like that. So anyways, credit to the Bachelor subreddit there. But yeah, man, and I think there were some other people also talking about how they didn't think Camille seemed that into her. Meanwhile, like, obviously she was way into him, but like his face whenever she would talk to him or give him the rose and say really nice things to him was just... Thank you.
Well, I think it's hard to gauge because she was so into everyone so hard, the equal amount. So I don't even think her feelings were necessarily genuine.
If you're watching the YouTube right now, you can see me doing Camille's face whenever something very nice is said to him.
Oh, Camille, I'm so excited. Even if we get married, I'll do whatever you want. Oh, I love you. I don't know how to do Annalise, obviously.
Thank you.
But
Okay.
but she was so into every guy so hard
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that like
just...
none of the guys seemed as into her.
No,
Honestly,
of course not. Of course
like,
not. Comparatively speaking, it's like it's a friggin' ocean between them. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I never thought he was that into it. But at this point, I'm like, oh, maybe he is. Maybe he is.
You know what? I got fooled by editing and stuff he said. I thought he was sweeter than he actually was. But
Yeah.
the stuff he pulled, even if she was more into it from the beginning and he was just trying to be nice, he was a dick.
Is this where?
No, it's to the other 2 engagements. Whatever.
Right.
They got engaged. They cried.
Wait,
knew it
did
was-
we skip Kevin and Astrid?
No, we
No, we
talked
skipped.
about them.
Oh, we did. Okay, great.
Then it's time for the after show, where right away everyone buzz Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then
the-
he didn't say a word to us. They definitely.
Why?
Okay,
I am honestly
I was
surprised they
telling
even
someone
had
at
him.
work about your
So
insider
I have been to a tell-all,
Yeah.
right, for the Winter Games. Thank you. And there is so much that they film and don't show. Hours. I was there for hours,
Yeah.
hours and hours. Again, if you watch that back, you can see me for a second. Me and Nessa
This
really
you can just
did
skip
mug
right
to
over
the
this
camera
part.
a couple
You can just skip
times,
right over this
but
part.
they didn't
No
really
one's
put
going
up-
back to watch that.
Anyway,
how
so yeah, so
would
they
you?
definitely talked to him, I think, but they didn't show it because I think they talked to everyone. They always make sure to talk to everyone that's there. So they just didn't show us.
Man, I'm very surprised they even had him on the show.
Yeah, me too. I'm surprised they had him on the show.
Very surprised.
But maybe they thought like he would do a really good apology that they could use and say like, we're not bad for putting this maniac on here.
And I bet he didn't.
Right,
Yeah.
he didn't. So they just were like, just let him show him getting booed.
Yeah, I got booed. Didn't say anything. I mean, even the calling grocery store Joe a bitch or whatever, and throwing the drink and everything, like that, I still would be like, no, you can still come on the show and explain yourself and
Yeah.
apologize. But the whole dick pic thing, that whole
Yeah,
stuff,
sending dick
the
pics.
numerous women coming forward saying that, like,
And that
ABC,
was before
what are
they
you
filmed
doing?
this. It was definitely before they filmed
Oh, that
this.
definitely
Yeah.
happened before they filmed this. Yeah,
He's bad.
that happened before he was on Bachelor in Paradise. Like that happened before he showed up in this run of the
Yeah.
season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then we find out that Venmo John and Olivia are over, and he's FaceTiming Chelsea.
And then we hear nothing else.
And then nothing else.
We're like, what?
What?
And you see a shot of Chelsea go, huh?
Yeah, Chelsea was like, I don't know.
And that's it.
Like, what?
And on what
they
social
had
media
a
is he
relationship?
showing this?
I don't know. Did you?
And
look
she
up-
also said getting to know other women. I'm like, isn't that what happened on Paradise? You're still all getting to know each other?
Yeah,
What's
but
going on?
it was weird. Olivia said that he was developing a relationship.
I need to know. I
thought
need
she was gonna
if
say a new app.
anyone that has ever
What?
been,
New app.
Oh,
if anyone who's ever been part of Bachelor Nation, can you answer this? Did you have any friends before or anyone in your life before you went on the show? Because it seems like then, after you're on the show, these are the only people you're allowed to date or talk to, and the only people you hang out with there are your new best friends. What's going on? Andy, your faces, are you making fun of me?
no, I'm giving quizzical faces.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, just get at me. It seems like it's pretty depressing that none of you have friends outside of this franchise.
It is bizarre. And, like, I don't know. Listen, I don't know what happened with their relationship, but, like, they
also-
live in different cities. They're doing this FaceTime thing. It's like, you're not really dating. Like, it's okay. They can
We
go
have to
date
talk
other
about who is dating Clay and what's her name?
people. Angela,
Angela.
Angela and who?
Clay.
Clay.
Remember Clay, the football player from...
who broke his arm
who
or
broke-
whatever, fucked up his
Yeah, and
arm.
he had to leave.
Really? And
Yeah.
Angela?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And they're super happy. He keeps saying how he's, like, throwing a ball out of his zone or whatever. So I
Anyway,
don't know
some
why.
stupid football thing. I'm sure.
Football
he's been
thing
saying a
about
lot.
how she's, like, way cooler than he is.
She's real life gridiron. She's a real bit of turf.
I'm going along
I'm-
with this one.
Yeah,
Does that
yeah.
kind of a-
That's a
I
good
got
one.
a field goal that I don't usually get.
She's got a real tight end.
Whoa.
And
That's
Jimmy
fun. That's fun. That's actually the best one. That's
Jimmy
actually the best one.
Bussins.
So a conversation that does happen right now that we do need some insight on is Benoit and Jordan's conversation.
Oh my God! I tell you, I go on this show. I talk to
Exactly right.
him. He's a crazy person. Huh? This guy.
Yeah, so you know what? You kind of pissed me off this season. I just thought you were kind of grumpy the whole time. I didn't.
Benoit.
You Benoit.
Me.
Yeah. You.
Moi.
Yeah, moi. You.
Benoit. Moi.
Benoit. Moi. Yes, you. But then I thought you really played it well because you really pointed out like, well, at least I didn't talk about these women like they were snacks.
Oh yeah, he talk about them like he called them Joe Louise. He called them.
Really?
He called them
What other
hot
snacks?
dogs. He
Mayonnaise,
called
probably.
them. He called them bologna sandwich.
Hey, Benoit, what kind of snack am I?
I don't compare women to
But
snack.
I'm
huh?
allowing you
I
to
don't
if
do
you-
it.
if you had to.
No, I don't do
There's
it.
a-
It's not
come on, just
respectful.
the ones.
Hey,
There's
okay.
a gun to your
Once.
head.
But if a person asks, that means it okay?
It okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That one is
We're
okay.
allowing you to do this.
Okay, you are one of them cookies with the frosting in the middle, hey, like a Oreo, but it's not Oreo. It got a red jelly in the middle.
Oh, that's a nice
that's a
snack.
nice
What
one.
drink goes with it?
Oh, I drink a nice cup of tea, eh?
Oh, nice. What about Maggie? What kind of?
Oh, Maggie is she one of them nice banana bread chocolate muffin, huh?
Ooh.
But like a maybe like a more of a cupcake, like a cakier one, eh? One that's sweet, nice and sweet, eh?
What kind of drink?
And a nice glass of white wine.
So I need to
well,
know,
excellent.
and I think all of Bachelor Nation is wondering, what have you been up to since Paradise? What's your life been like? What's life like for Benoit? I don't think you're ever going to be on one of the franchises again. But
I'm going back. You better believe it. Benoit gonna make his own show.
oh,
Benoit gonna make a Bachelor Benoit show.
What's it called?
It's called Bachelor Benoit.
I feel like they might
Can
not
I
let
not?
you-
I'm not allowed to call it
No,
that.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I call it something in French.
Okay, what would
okay.
that be?
Mes amis de Benoit.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
great.
So like Benoit and his friends, right?
yeah.
So like maybe I just have my friends on it and we look for dates and then maybe
would
we
definitely watch
I would watch the show for sure.
maybe
Mes amis et Benoit.
maybe every episode and when I give one woman the rose and we go to we sneak over to Noah Cap's house.
Okay.
And
Noah Cap,
we
the
take
host
a roll.
of Bachelor and Bachelorette Canada.
We take a roll of toilet paper and we throw it on his trees. We throw it on his house and we light a bag of poop and we put it on his front lawn.
I feel like that's a weird dating show idea, Benoit. Every night that happens? I think
Everyone.
you'll catch on. There's
Everyone.
a film crew in his front lawn while you and your friends are looking for dates, and when that doesn't work out, I guess you go and you mess up his house
when
every
it
night.
does work out.
When it does, it's a celebration.
Every woman who get the rose gotta go do that with me.
Oh, they don't know what they're signing up for.
So first night, 30 women and Benoit go do this to Noah Cap's house.
second
And
night,
at
24.
second night, 24 or so. 24 women go
Yeah.
do it with Benoit. And then last night, we got engaged on Noah Cap's roof while taking a dump on his house.
Whoa! I feel like these women are in for a wild ride that they did not sign up for, but I am into it. One other thing I have to tell you, it's about Noah Cap. Under,
Oh, I ate him.
I know you do, and you might not like this, but because you know what, you are Canadian, and he did this himself. It was under Astrid's photo or Kevin's photo, and he said, "For all of Canada, on behalf of Canada, welcome to Canada, Astrid."
Okay, come on.
Wow, so
Come
you didn't get
on.
to do that.
You don't speak for me. You say you speak for all of Canada. You don't
Yeah.
speak for Benoit.
Yeah.
Benoit don't.
Would you
I mean,
welcome her?
I guess I do welcome her. I welcome her to Canada.
Okay, well, thank you so much
So I
for
guess
being
in
here.
this one time maybe he speak for me. Only one time though.
You're crying.
That's the only point in
You're
comment.
crying,
That's the
Benoit.
only point in comment I have with him.
What is this thing you have with Noah Cap? Why don't you like him? What did he do?
Oh, I just ate his face.
No,
man.
there's something that happened, Benoit.
I can't reveal. Benoit will never reveal.
Oh my god.
He
Oh
just
God, you
slipped
just
away on a
left.
bunch of
You
girls.
just- wow, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Guys, what's next? Are we gonna talk about?
Tia and Colton wish each other the best.
Whatever.
Who
Snooze.
cares?
boring.
Kevin and Astrid hope they can get back together. Then
They do.
they do right in front of us.
And you know what? They tricked us with the preview. They're like, there's going to be an engagement. Like, they had the ring. That just didn't happen. It
I
didn't happen
know.
at all. No ring. Those two clips were from Winter Games.
Winter Games, and it was Benoit
And the ring was Benoit's ring to Claire. And Kevin jumping up was him from that. And I noticed it right away. I'm like, that's what he wore to Winter Games.
she knew right away
I knew right away.
because he was
But
wearing a white shirt.
But
Oh,
what I
'cause you
assumed,
really watched that show.
I really watched that show. I was in the room with them.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so I figured Astrid and Kevin were going to get engaged. And then when it didn't happen, I was like, they tricked us completely. There's no engagement.
Yeah. What
Anyways, they got back together, and I feel
they
like
got back
they're
together.
going
That's
to be
good.
happy.
Yeah, hopefully. And
I do too. I think Well, like we were talking about
He
last
was
night.
really
'cause
open
we
about his
did-
mental health.
We watched this one together.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this already a bit. But, I mean, I think with, I guess,
Who are you trying
Kendall
to
and
remember?
Joe will be
Oh.
next.
Yeah.
But anyways, like with both of those couples, you know, it was like real couples. Like they both got overwhelmed. All four of them kind of got overwhelmed by the overwhelming situation that is Bachelor in Paradise. Also, like Never Change. I love you so much, Bachelor in Paradise. But then they did really like each other because they did build a connection. So they were like, actually, wait, I want to talk to this person
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
And like, oh, you know what? Now that like no one's watching us and like, yeah, I
It's
do
just
really
nice,
like you.
probably. Yeah.
And
like,
every couple that has that kind of relationship that sticks together, and I guess the only one that really has had that kind of thing is Raven and Adam. They're by far the most well-adjusted, coolest couple. They're not going on marriage boot camp to try and fix
Yeah.
their relationship because they got
I
married.
think I move over
Jade
Raven and Adam. I think we got a new coolest couple.
Oh, cooler couple.
Who do you think? Kevin and...
Yeah, Kevin Astrid.
What
yeah.
about Kendall and Joe?
They're okay.
I like how in love they are. Okay,
Yeah.
so they got together. It's great. He was really open again about going
I
to a
love
therapist.
how much he's open about
yeah.
his therapy. That's great.
It's
I love
really
it, yeah.
nice. And we've got two real dudes here
Yeah.
and two real women.
Yeah.
Astrid, so funny on her Twitter when she, of course, knows she's back together with Kevin. People are feeling bad for her from the night before, and she's like, "If you really feel bad for me, like me on Instagram, so I can get the followers, so I can make money off my ads." Like being straight up.
She's the
and
best.
she's the best. She's so funny, and I'm so glad we got to see this side of her because we really didn't get to see much of her in whatever season she was in.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's
In
true.
Nick's season, she's so funny. She's one of the funniest out of all of them. And
She's
it's
really
awesome.
cool. Like, she,
Yeah.
like, wouldn't you like it if she was your, I mean, I know I always say this, but like,
Work friend? Yeah.
But also, like, you're like,
friend.
like, but also like your cousin.
Well,
like
she's
your
in
older
Toronto.
You want to be
cousin.
related to her.
But,
They were
like-
in Mississauga together. Did you know that?
No.
They were at someone on the Bachelor subreddit was like, I just saw them at a mall in
Which
Mississauga.
mall?
Must have been Square One.
Or the other little mall near your house.
No,
No,
not a
it's not
chance.
South Common Mall.
Not South Common or Eaton Sheridan Place.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Did you know that Andy and I are both from Mississauga, Sarah?
I know. On to the next item.
Yes. What's the next item?
Okay, well then,
Oh.
the really crazy thing of Camille and Annalise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
one.
this
What
is when we
a-
learned that Camille is. We were like, remember when he said that 60-40 thing? Well, he is that shit.
He is that shit.
He is
Yeah,
that shit.
he did,
and
yeah.
because he could have broken up with her. She's like, I tried to break up with you. This is when I was like, oh, you know what? She's not as desperate as maybe they edited her to be.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
she tried to fix this.
You still
she
have to say
said
those things. Like, you
I
still have
know.
to say them.
She still said those things for sure, but she did try to break up with him, and he wanted to work it, and he, for some reason, saved it so that he would then look like
Yeah.
a horrible person.
Yeah.
What an idiot!
He definitely wanted to wait till he was on TV again.
But why?
And look, and I don't know, because it would be a big splashy moment, which it was. I don't know. Who's to know what that psycho was thinking? Because that is a brutal thing to do to someone. I can't believe that. Like, when Astrid went, "This is fucked up," that's exactly what I said. I was like, "This is fucked up."
Yeah, it really
It really is.
It was
That's
so
a fucked up thing to
odd.
do to someone.
I
And also-
hated it.
I know, and it's like the opposite of like, like you talk so much about people wanting to go further in the relationship to like get the Instagram followers, but like this makes everybody hate you.
Yeah, you're
no
gonna
one's
lose.
gonna want to buy
No.
FabFitFun from a villain.
Do you think he's like that stupid? Because then when they go backstage, when they're all, after it happens, and he's like, "I don't want to be a douchebag on TV again." It's like, but didn't you know that was what's going to happen in the first place? Like, he's like, "Oh man," it seemed like in that moment he regretted doing it because he knows that he's coming across so poorly. But like, how did you not know that was going to happen?
I think the only thing that is he saw her and he was like, I don't want this. So he broke up with her, but it's so stupid. What a stupid mistake to do it that way. He ordered an Airbnb and Wells.
Airbnb reached out to Annalise and like gave her, it was like, "Hey, you anytime you want, like
Aw.
free place," and then like Kendall and all those girls were like, "Let's go."
And Wells was making fun of Kevin because Kevin looked really serious when she mentioned the Airbnb.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And Wells like, Kevin knows he knows about Airbnb. He knows that's frustrating that you booked an Airbnb. And man, it would be if someone was like, the day before got me to book an Airbnb and then was like, I'm not coming, I'd be so upset.
I know.
You don't just bail on an Airbnb like that.
Oh,
No,
well,
It's really hard.
No
well,
way,
because like, how are
man.
you gonna get the money back? They're
Yeah,
not made
yeah,
of
that
money.
money's gone, bro. That money's gone forever. You're not getting that back.
Probably it was like close to $1,000. You know
Kevin,
what I mean?
can you give me a hug?
Okay, no problem.
Thanks. I'd love to talk to you.
I like that you actually just like leaned your head on my arm.
Kevin, I've been having an issue today. Everyone goes to you for advice. Can you give me advice on this?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I was on the subway, and I sat down, and then someone in front of me sat down. That
Okay.
made me really uncomfortable, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
left, and then everyone looked at me weird. Was that okay that I did that?
That's fine that you did that. Don't worry about that. Honestly, those people, you know, they probably weren't even thinking what you were thinking they were thinking, you know?
Yeah.
And it's totally fine. You can get up and leave no matter who sits around you. That's, you know, you get to
you're
decide who
crying
you sit
too.
by. Just gets me really emotional, you know?
Oh my god, if I ever meet him in Toronto, I am gonna ask him something.
Is that really true that someone made you uncomfortable? You moved?
Yeah, because he was making me super uncomfortable.
Well, you know what?
And I always move.
You
I
know what,
always move.
Sarah?
Oh, and Kevin's here.
Humans are the only animals that ever feel worried about looking rude. All other animals, if they feel scared, they get out of there. Most women will tell you before they get attacked, they knew it was going to happen, but they didn't want to make the person feel uncomfortable or look rude. And this is the truth.
It sounds like Triple H.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds more like a wrestler than anything else.
Hey, Sarah, next time I'm on the streetcar with you, I'll carry it off with my own big muscles.
I like that.
With our big muscles.
You guys do him as a wrestler for sure.
Do it.
You guys definitely do him as like Bret the Hitman Hart or Triple H or something.
Using
If I tell you one thing,
Yeah,
people,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
is that I'm gonna carry anybody of any
Alright.
streetcar that I ever seen.
All right, all right.
All right, then, and then, oh, and you made me write down this part where when Camille says that he thinks, after all of this, that it's time they slowly part ways.
Yeah.
Slowly part ways.
You're abruptly parting ways at this
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
Camille.
Yeah.
You've
What a
screwed
bizarre
up.
thing to say.
Everyone hates you. Just leave.
Okay, then Jordan and Jenna. I mean, I guess we've already talked about it, but
Yeah.
the deking away from the kiss.
Yeah, it seemed
Yeah,
very.
it seemed very.
She like is like could just be uncomfortable on like being on live camera like that, but like
walking
when a couple times he went to kiss her and like she just didn't, she wasn't into it. It was really weird. But let's get to the
Here
most
we go.
important part.
Crystal and Chris.
Oh man,
We also missed Kendall and Joe.
no, we
Well,
talked
we
about
said
them.
it.
Oh, I just said I wanted to say one thing about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I really, I can't stop thinking about their romantic date in Chicago and how they decided at that point to get back together after that video we saw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious about, I don't know, them all having sex and stuff.
Okay, wow, what a creep. What a true creep we have on this show today.
What?
Wow, I can't even believe that you made us not talk about the most important part of the show so that you could slide that bit in there. Oh my god.
I will tell you, I did spoil it for my.
We hear about it so much. You know what I mean? About
What do we hear
with
about?
the fantasy suites, everybody, they
Oh.
talk about it all very much. So I'm like, how did they do it?
How did they do it?
Probably in someone's apartment.
Okay.
Okay.
I did spoil it for myself and
Me.
Sarah by accident because we watched it like an hour after.
Yeah.
And then at one point, I just opened my Instagram and then I saw them together in an Instagram post that Gershie Jerksh made because I do follow him now on Instagram. And it
Yeah.
said, and it was just a bunch of pictures of him and Kendall. And he said, I take the selfies because my arms are longer.
And then she was going to show me something on her phone, but that picture was right there. And I was like, you just ruined it for me. She ruined it for two people.
I ruined it for 2 people of the 3 that were watching it.
Yeah.
And I told you Kevin and Astrid were together, so that.
I figured that. I'd figured that out.
Okay.
But
All right, finally.
I'm really happy for Joe and Kendall. I
Yes.
thought it was very sweet. And guys, we can't not talk about it. He's doing Dancing with the Stars. It's going to be hilarious, and I'm so excited. I'm going to watch
Yeah,
it.
you re-
Also, Luna Lovegood's on it. So.
Yeah, I watched this.
Yeah, we should
to
watch
start.
it to start, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and then I'll stop watching.
Yeah.
I never watched that show. Then we've got, finally, the big finale, Crystal and Chris, who cries because, and I quote, she has transformed me.
What?
Crystal
permanently. Crystal had
had
the
the
amulet.
amulet.
She had
And
all
they
those
brought
crystals.
it out. It was a crystal goose.
It was a crystal goose. That was the amulet.
You don't need to yell into the microphone.
I'm so
That
excited.
No, please.
I got that crystal goose. I took a goose and I
Wait,
crushed
what?
it with
Who's
my
this?
hand.
Who's
It's
this?
Kevin.
Oh, it's Kevin.
I
thought it
crushed
was
it with
Chris.
my hand and turned
You
that
need
goose
to lean in. You don't
into
need
a
to
crystal
lean.
goose.
See this? This is bad. This is bad.
Sorry, I peeked there. Or
Stop
Kevin
leaning
did.
into the...
I don't know.
We never even had any rosé this week.
I know.
man.
This is
Like
us
coffee.
free and
This
breezy.
is just free and breezy. Chris, I can't believe it. He found the amulet. It turns
He
out
was
Crystal had it
bawling.
all along. That's why he was crying. It turns out that now he has, not only does he have control of it, he doesn't even have to worry about turning into a snake man. He is a human being forever now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he stays with the true amulet crystal. The crystal goose and
Turn any lights on.
I can
Scott's just hanging out in the darkness.
turn on the light.
All right, listen, we're almost done here. Let's wrap it up here, Sarah. Don't leave to turn a light on for Scott. Yeah, what? She just gets up and leaves in the middle of the show. Okay, well, Chris found the amulet. We're all so happy. They said so many things that could have been about him finding the
yeah.
amulet.
Oh,
Like,
There was
they
some-
said
we got
like
a
5 or
tweet.
6
We
things.
got a tweet. You got to look at it. I forget who it was from, but she during it might have been that part. She was like, "The amulet." And there was one part. Oh, the goose. It was when she saw the goose. She's like, "The amulet."
oh yes.
I yelled there, but it didn't peak, Andy.
Well, it'll show you in a second that it did.
No, peaks here.
All right, well,
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Scott's leaving.
No, he left his bag here.
Oh,
Sarah,
Is he
it's
visiting with Andy?
we're doing something here.
sorry.
Okay, well, it's
We're
okay.
back.
We're basically done now, anyways.
Yeah, we're done at least till Bachelor comes back.
very accurate. Yeah.
That's it.
Colton B.
Colton,
Hayes.
yeah.
What's his last name?
I don't know. Is it that? No,
You're
Underwood.
thinking of Ryan V. Hayes,
Ryan V.
a guy
Wow.
from our community from a while ago. But
Okay, no. Colton Underwood will be the Bachelor.
Colton Underwood.
Guys, where would you say you rank this season of Bachelor in Paradise among the pantheon of Bachelor in Paradise seasons?
number one.
Number one.
Number 1, I gotta say, it is the best
It was
one.
incredible.
I think.
I was excited. I was like dying when I couldn't watch it.
Yeah. I've been talking about it with my one friend at school who watches it, and we were going crazy. We were stopping each other in the hallway today, like, and the night before.
Yeah.
I loved every minute of it. Thank you,
Yeah, there were.
Chris Harrison.
Thank you, Chris Harrison. Thank you to whoever hid the amulet on Crystal's body somewhere.
Guys, when one of you turns 40, you should. I can't because I'm turning 40 in a few months. I can't plan this yet.
Okay.
But when one of you turns 40, you should have a Bachelor in Paradise themed party. Like, we're all married people, so
Or
like, we won't kiss. But
Think
like,
of this.
We
When
won't
Andy
kiss.
turns 40, we all go to the resort.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we go there and like have
Oh.
about like not like we, but we could have take cards, but you just take your husband, I guess. But not, but whatever. But just like
Just mix it up and take someone
No,
else on one of the
no,
dates.
no.
Basically,
definitely not.
Mickey's saying when you turn 40, swingers party.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
yeah.
5 good years left in my marriage, and then I'm gonna want to swing. Please help me.
Please help me.
Please help me swing.
We'll find
What
that
an
amulet.
interesting ending to this season.
Thanks so
Maggie.
much for help.
Helping you.
Helping you with what?
How did we
Maggie?
help you with?
What did we help you with? Helping you learn to say words. Yeah. Yeah, you got.
Thanks so
Jersey
much.
Well, you know what?
Verge.
I'm going to just
No, thank-
I'm gonna jump in there and say thank you, Maggie,
Thank
for being on the
you.
show for this season of Bachelor in Paradise. It's been
what a laugh for
so
me.
fun,
Bit of
a
a
true laugh, and like, I mean, if you'll come back, we'd love to. I think have you for the next all the time.
all the time.
Oh well,
We're
I
making-
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're making the decision.
I'm just gonna
now.
make the decision now. Like,
Glenn,
it's been
if you're
so
hearing
fun.
this, you have
You
a
gotta
baby,
write a new theme song.
You gotta write a new theme
Yeah,
song.
that's true. And
it's too fun. You gotta be here,
You
right?
gotta be here.
Let's
Snuggling up.
Snuggling up. If you look at our thing right now, we're quite snuggled.
And also, starting in October, my other podcast about sports.
Yes.
Yes.
Going for Bronze is coming back. Starting in October, it's going to be bi-weekly now. And the second episode is going to be Halloween themed. So if you know of any sports hauntings or curses, tweet them at JA.
Oh my god.
Maggie.
Oh my God.
Andy can post.
I am not good at Twitter, but it is JAM going for bronze. And that's the number 4. and JAM, like Joel and Maggie.
Jam going for bronze.
Jam going for bronze.
Yeah.
And I have a couple things on the go that if you're bopping around on Facebook, She Does the City is a website here in Toronto, but I'm sure you can access it from anywhere. And if you go to their Facebook page on Tuesdays at 8:15, I'm doing a show with my Girl Troop Squad Goals and the woman who started She Does the City. And we're doing basically a talk show on Facebook Live, and it's really fun, and it's really honest, and it's really great. So watch that. And if you're listening in Toronto this Saturday, there are 2 shows. Actually, there's 3 shows you can catch us in this weekend. Friday at Comedy Bar is Weird Al Karaoke. Andy is hosting. You're going to see Scott Yamore, the guy who's been lurking around our house. And I'm on it. And then on Saturday at 8 o'clock at Comedy Bar, Dumb Phone Calls, which is Maggie's husband's show. Andy and I are both on that.
Oh, you guys are?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
And Maggie will be
will be
there.
there.
You
I'll
can
be
there.
there drinking wines in the
And-
audience.
Nice.
At 9:30 that night at at 11 that night at Bad Dog Theater, Squad Goals, all-female variety improv show. It's amazing. Please come see it. And if you say Bachelor Pod, you'll get $5 off at only that show. I can guarantee that.
Well, you certainly did make, I think, all of our American listeners quite jealous that they
Sorry.
can't make it to any of these shows. But if you do live in the Toronto area, come check
watch.
some of these shows out and come say
We
hi.
have shows on all the time, especially when we're not doing this. We have a little more time, so
Not me.
This is taken up. Just know how it has not taken up. It has been a gift to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But with Bachelor in Paradise, it's been 3 days a week.
Yeah.
That we have been giving up at least 2 hours.
Which, sounds like a good time to mention our Patreon. We still have a Patreon. We haven't been pushing it that much lately because there's been a lot of influx with the show and all that. But, if you want to support and help us out for producing the show that you love and listen to all the time, well, consider dropping us $1 or $2 per episode over there at patreon.com/thebachelorpod.
And
Yeah, maybe start a GoFundMe for Andy's 40th birthday. It's 5 years from now.
4
Well,
years.
we want to go to Playa Escondida.
Yeah.
But guys, thanks so much for listening for another season of the Bachelor Pod. It's been really, really fun.
Yeah, thanks, and thank you for all the tweets this time. We really tweeted, and we'll be on that more with the next few seasons of all the Bachelor Nation with our hashtags and everything, because that has been so much fun. Sure, a couple episodes ago, before we took the week off, did I say draw a picture and all that stuff?
Yeah,
Sure,
no one did
we
that.
do it? No,
No
we
one
didn't
did that.
do it.
No
We had
one
a bit
did
of
that.
a week, so that didn't happen. But thank
Yeah.
you for all the amulet stuff. He did
my
finally
God.
find it.
I
It
can't
couldn't-
believe it.
It couldn't
Couldn't
have
be
wrapped up
better.
better.
Unbelievable.
Than it simply wrapped up. And now there'll be new magic for sure in the next seasons that we'll have to uncover. So
Great. Well, guys, thanks so much again for another season of great times. We'll see you guys
In January?
in January at Colton
Probably.
Underwood's Bachelor. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy fall. Merry Christmas.
Happy Halloween.
If you want to contact us, you can reach out to us on social media. We're at The Bachelor Pod on Twitter, and individually, we're at Andy Holbone.
At Glenn McCauley.
At Olivia McCauley.
At the Sarah Hillier, that's at sign THESARAHHILIER.
If you want to support the show directly, you can go to patreon.com/thebachelorpod and donate there. Otherwise, we're thebachelorpod@gmail.com for an email, and thebachelorpod.ca, that's our website.